Hi everyone, this is a reading for Libra, and that's going to be 21st of March. So it's 21st of March 2022. I'm using the True Black deck, and I'll also use the Rider-Waite deck for any clarity we need on these cards after that. Standard Celtic Cross. So messages for Libra. Let's see where we get to. It's a big old deck, this one. Let's move that one out of the way. So let's have a look. We have the Four of Cups, a little bit of a, I call it the meh card. It's not very interesting. It's like nothing excites you at the moment. Wow. I'm crossing that with the Three of Cups, which is a celebration. So that's a bit of a surprise. Recent past, lovers, some kind of trial involved there. Let's move everything across a little bit. Near future, the Eight of Swords. That's that kind of tied in and hemmed in thing as well, isn't it? You know, the Rider-Waite deck, it's got all the swords wrapped around it. So this is one sword that's succeeding and the others are all failing. I'm not sure as I read it quite like that. Let's have a look. This is what's passing away, what's beneath us. Celebration, the Four of Wands, and another cup card as well, the Five. So we've got the 3, 4, 5. And again, the 5 is the not interested, you know, looking at the cups that are empty rather than the cups that are still full. That's a really, yeah. This feels like a reading where you think it's going to be a lot worse than it is. Like next week's going to be a really sour week. Okay. Oh, Destiny. Wheel of Fortune is where we're going to find ourselves, which is great. We have the Six of Pentacles, an imbalance. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, clarity to see where you're going. And finally the outcome, an Ace of Swords. This is powerful stuff. Right, on the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Okay, so I got a teaching experience as well. So let's go look at these cards in a little bit more detail. So in the first one, we have, I mean, these are fantastic cards, aren't they? So you've got the flower sort of floating behind the cups there. Some are filled with various levels of water, and it's I call it the meh card. Like you can't really get enthused about anything. So that's the current situation. Not very enthusiastic about anything, which isn't really like me. Now the thing that's crossing us though is the Three of Cups, which is, you know, the Rider-Waite. It's a celebration. It's the three women dancing around. It's a very happy, positive card. So that's great. And then in recent past, there's been some sort of trial involved. You know, the lovers. So there's a journey to be taken. Are you going to take it on your own? Are you going to take it with someone else? I think it's a good time for teamwork. So that would be where I want to take that one. In the near future, we've got this Eight of Swords, which again is that sort of feeling that you're hemmed in. Let's see if I can find the card on here to show you what I mean. So yeah, you're sort of hemmed in by 8 swords and the woman's blindfolded, and you're just thinking, well, take the blindfold off. She stood in water and she thinks the water's going to rise and sweep her away. And it's like, none of that is actually happening. A lot of it is in your head and made up. There are a fair few it's sword cards and, you know, the sort of mental aspect. And again, I like sword cards, really. I know some people don't, but I find them quite cathartic. I find them, they cut through the nonsense. And as a Libra, I mean, look, there's that Three of Cups we were just talking about. So there it is. There, it's a full-on celebration. That one. Queen of Swords. That's her there. Well, so we've got the four. The four's that one down there. So again, celebration, celebrating a wedding. Where's this 8? Just so I can clarify the 8 in my own head as much as anything else. This reading is for me. There's the 4, which is the whole problem at the moment. I mean, that's the one thing about this deck, the Rider-Waite, is every card tells a story. I mean, you look at the guy's face; he's clearly nonplussed. There's 3 cups in front of him that were all opportunities, even the sort of unknown opportunity popping in there as well, and he's not seen that either. It's like, come on, wake up and smell the coffee. You know, there's some real opportunity here. Would you believe it? 78 cards. It was the very last one. So this court sword card down here, that's what it is. You know, she's trapped, but it's of her own making. It's like, well, the bonds aren't pretty tight, and if they were, you just cut them off on those swords. So to me, that's in your near future. It's kind of overthinking things or worrying too much, and we're going to find ourselves, you know, in the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to find ourselves with the train is in the station, as someone likes to call it. The train's in the station. The opportunity is there. It's time to jump on board and get it. And then this card here, the Six of Pentacles, is about an imbalance. You know, you got to make sure some people are what's the word? I'm having to reference this card again in here. Six of Pentacles. Just to make sure that some people are. Yeah, I know the one. It's the one with the scales and the guy handing out gold, but it's unequal. Yeah, unequal. So that's the card again. So it's this inequality. Why is that person more deserving than the one in the green cloak? You know, and he's kind of ignoring the other one. He's weighed out who to give the money to, and even the way the pentacles are laid out above his head, it's not symmetrical. You know, it goes 3, 1, 2. Why not 2, 2, 2 or 3 and 3? You know, it's drawn in that way to say there's this kind of lack of balance. So I kind of know where it's coming from in my own. This is about work for me, and I'm kind of having to see both sides of the story. I love the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is this kind of full blown clarity. This what's the word? She's above the storm cloud. She's got a steely gaze. You know, to me, it feels like she can see for miles, so she could see the solution. Is that my hope or my fear? It's kind of my hope that I can see where I need to be in the future. Wouldn't we all? Let's have a look at this now. I'm just going to get a little bit more clarity on this one. So just going to do that quickly for us. And then the outcome is the Ace of Swords. I mean, fantastic. Ace of Swords, new beginning, you know, beautiful laurel wreath. So it's triumphant. It's got flames. It's a true sword card. You know, it's the beginning of the sword suit. And it's like, here we are. We're going to make a statement. But as you can see, as the sword's cut through, it has cut some of those petals, you know, because that's what swords do. So I think you have to temper that enthusiasm for your end game with not treading on toes. And then the whole reading is sort of underscored by the Hierophant, which is the sort of the benefactor, the teacher, the greater good, you know, doing something for the group rather than for yourself, which is that classic Marcus Aurelius quote, which is, if it isn't good for the hive, if it isn't good for the hive, it's not good for the bees. You know, so if you're doing something that only benefits you quite selfishly, you're not going to end up in a very good space. So let's see how we clarify this. We've got a judgment. So yeah, stand up and be counted. The week can be a little bit quiet or a little bit busy, but I think every day we have to do the best we can. Okay, there's a minor victory coming in next week, people. That's really nice to see. It's important, though, that, you know, while it is very triumphant, laurels on his head, laurel on the staff, beautiful white horse, and everyone cheering, it's a bit sort of, you did a great job last week, not you did a great job last year. And also, okay, you did a great job, now what are you going to do? So I think we need to move on to the next bit. Where are we off to next? Recent past, heartbreak to go with the lovers. Again, I'm not going to say too much about my own personal situation. I know exactly what that's about. It's about work. But, you know, it's called the heartbreak card or the heartache card. So something's happened in your recent past that you have to learn from. You know, it's a grey card. It's a sour card. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So your recent past hasn't been great. Hierophant again, we're doubling down on this now. Anything that appears twice is the universe going, told you so. So I think that there's going to be somebody coming in next week that's going to be quite important to our development work-wise, or if this is resonating as a love reading to you, this is some kind of teaching, you know, either an existing partner, you know, brings something to the relationship, or someone coming into your life, but very much as a learning experience. That's really interesting. What's going away? Okay, Ace of Cups. So it could have been a new start in love, a very emotional start. That seems that's kind of going away that way. Those cards go away. Those cards coming forward. Wow, the Tower. Okay. So again, in the near future, you've got this learning experience. It's going to be quite cathartic. I think it's going to be a big change. Let's get the rest of the cards. Oh, fantastic! For the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Fool. Come on, Libra. Let's jump in with both feet. Let's see where we end up. What's the worst that can happen? People are, stop looking at the bad, look at the good. I love this card. What a fantastic story this tells. So this card is basically saying, stop looking at the cups that are spilled. Stop looking at what's happened in the past, or what didn't work out. You ignoring the possibilities behind you. And also, your journey is to get to that house. You're blocked by a river of emotions, but there's a bridge there. There's a bridge there. Pick up one of the cups behind you, have a drink, walk over the bridge, and get where you're going. Stop messing about, guys. Come on, let's get this done. Okay, hopes and fears. Your hope is it all turns out fantastically. The Queen doesn't take any crap. But when it all comes together, we're looking at the happy harvest home. It's the 10. It's the completion of a cycle. Underneath the Fool, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the train is in the station. It's time to get on board. If you don't, the wheel turns. It comes back around. But it could be a week, a month, a year. Opportunity is now, people. Let's jump on with this one. This is making me feel a lot better. Finally, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, to go with the Ace. So classic Libra, why aren't we jumping in with both feet? Well, let's think about this first. Let's just stand on the hill and take in the view and make sure everything's okay. Everything's okay. Come on, let's go for this. There's fields down there that need to be planted. You got the money to do it. You're ready to go. Of all the knights, he's the most stoic and dependable. So I think that's a great outcome. And then the bottom of the deck, great. Okay, pardon me. Got 3 of Pentacles. The card of teamwork, which again ties in with the Hierophant. So we've got teamwork. We've got, you could be the benefactor with the blueprint. You could be the monk who has, requested the work, or you could be the craftsman. But basically, all 3 of those people are really happy, whatever stage they're at. They're really happy. He's really happy with the money he's spending. The monk's really happy with the way the church is looking, and the craftsman's doing a great job. I tend to think of myself as the craftsman in this one. I think I'm doing a great job at work, and it's being recognised. So there you have it, guys. That's Libra for next week. It looks very promising. I think let's keep our eye out for this teacher, this person who can bring something to the table we're not expecting. Be honest with judgment, and take in the victory. If someone goes, nice job, thank them for that. Yeah, you've done a nice job. Near future, there's a big change coming, something big and cathartic. We've got those 2 cards there. We've got Destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and we got the Fool. Let's jump in with both feet. Let's take this opportunity, and I'll see you in a week and see where we got to.